Yo, what's up, y'all? It's Ken Billions. Today is Super Bowl Sunday. I'm not going to be with you here that long. I know you got things to do. You kicking it. You turning up. You having fun, living your best life, whatever. I'm just kicking some game to you today because it is Black History Month. So, instead of going down memory lane and talking about Martin Luther King and Malcolm X and Medgar Evers and Shirley Chisholm and posting pictures and stuff like that, I don't want to do that. I want to have a real conversation with you today about Black excellence because I'm not quite sure I know what it is, and maybe you guys out in internet land can tell me what the hell Black excellence is, because from my optics, I don't see that. Now, when it comes to dancing and sports, I'll admit that Black Americans have an amazing talent when it comes to dancing, playing games, and entertainment. Now, dancing, sports, entertainment, that's expression, that deals with emotion, okay? So when it comes to emotion, singing, rapping, playing basketball, playing football, physical things, Black Americans, fire. But I don't really see it in anything else. So I want to have a conversation of what the hell is Black excellence? Because from my optics and my ear, I don't think people believe when they actually talk about Black excellence. Let me start here. As a whole, right, since Black people like to lump themselves together and everybody is one kind of people, as a whole, if you step back and you're honest and you be objective and you say, and you look, the culture as a whole is not excellent. You have a few bright spots and they make it excellent for the rest of the people. I'm going to admit, as a whole, because Ken Billy keep it a buck, as a whole, the culture is trash. As a whole, as a group, the culture is trash. Someone has to say that. It is trash. And it is trash because of decision makings and behavior. Now, you'll say racism, but you can't be excellent if there's another force that's keeping you down. If you're excellent, then that means you excel past something as a group. Now, you have exceptional people as an individual. So say someone like Oprah, or say someone like Tyra Banks, or Neil Tice DeGrease. One person. And what we do is we in group. So we look at that one person and say, we are great. That's not true. They are great. You are trash, right? So I'm going to have a real conversation about Black excellence because I don't know how something like the Shade Room exists simultaneously with excellence, because something like that would put a stain on excellence, okay? I don't know how the videos that's uploaded online of ratchet behavior, of uncouthness, of nothing but games and play, I don't know how they coincide with excellence. Because when you are excellence, when you deal with excellency, number one, you draw a line in your sand and you want to separate yourself from anything that would handicap your excellence. You would have tunnel vision and you would not let nothing bring the quality of your work down, of your group down, of your pedigree down, of your environment down. So again, what does Black excellence actually mean outside of singing on the stage? Is Black excellence what? Intellect? Is it pictures? Because we like optics. We see Sierra and Russell Wilson and say relationship goals. And I'm like, oh, okay, I get it. This is not an action culture. This is an optics culture. We focus on how something looks, not the way something works. That is some clown behavior to me to look at a picture and say, oh, that's my goals. You have no idea what those people did before the shot was taken. You have no idea. But it's an optics group. It's a group that is focused on image, how it looks, but not necessarily how it functions. So I ask you, what is Black excellence? Are you excellent? If you are excellent, when are you going to step aside and draw a line in the sand and have a distinction between you and the rest of the group? If you are excellent, then why do we associate with the least? Okay? So the other day, I posted a video on my page, right? because I'm humored by tears, okay? So I posted a video about Egypt. And in the comment section is WrestleMania. The video was about who really built the pyramids. Was it aliens? Was it whites? Was it blacks, right? And I have a twisted sense of humor. So I really enjoyed the dialogue. It's white people chiming in, Mexicans, blacks. But for the African American people, they really came alive and say, we did everything. We did this, we did that. Now, me personally, having the entrepreneur mindset I have, there is no value saying that you built the pyramids. The value is, did you design the pyramid, right? The builders are nothing but the workers, okay, who designed it. That's neither here nor there. But the other thing is, if you have to reach back 5,000, 6,000, 10,000 years for a point of reference of your greatness, what does that say about you right now? Now, success leaves clues. Success leaves breadcrumbs. If you are descendants of fire-ass people, isn't it genetic? Then how would you explain how your life looks? I'm talking to you out there, the person that's cursing me, the person that's saying I got a big nose, the person that's saying F you, the person getting mad and calling me a coon. Yeah, I'm talking to you. If you come from greatness, then how do you not get along with the women that you have a child with? If you come from greatness and your ancestors built the pyramids and designed them things and they mapped the pyramids with constellations, if that's your DNA, then how can you say that the women in your community kick the men out for welfare? Pyramid designers, pyramid builders, ancient great people, you mean have came to that? No. See, you can't be two things at one time. Either you excellent or you not. If you come from a descendant of people that built monumental structures, then there's no way in hell you go from building monumental structures to getting kicked out because of welfare, and actually saying that and being proud of that. If you come from ancient kings and queens, sis, how are you a queen and the most oppressed woman in the world? That's what I hear. The black woman is the most oppressed woman in the world. Have you guys been around the world? Have you been to Cambodia? Who raises their hand to say, we are the most oppressed people in the world? You mean to tell me the same people that have access to library cards are the most oppressed people in the world? The same people that have access to unlimited opportunity. What are you going to tell me? It's racism? Let me tell you something. Racism is so complex right now that it doesn't affect peons. Racism affects those that are moving forward trying to get some power. If you are the common man and common woman and you're on peon status, you never have to worry about racism because your decision making is going to make sure that you don't do anything. What are you going to tell me? The police are killing us. Now, if you're an excellent person, then you don't associate with other people's trauma. If so, you should associate with what people winning too. When Jay-Z made the deal with the NFL, you didn't say, we got to deal with the NFL. You said Jay-Z. But a man in North Carolina that you never met before, if he gets shot by the police, you say, look what they're doing to us. Make it make sense to me. So I'm asking you, are you excellent? And if you are excellent, then it's your time to self-define and self-actualize. They're going to call you names. They're going to say stuff about you. They're going to talk about your mama, talk about your baby. But can you withstand those bullets from cultural bottom feeders? See, when you start to come in your own and you start to separate yourself from this culture, one second. When you start to separate yourself from this culture, get that out the way real quick. When you start to separate yourself from this culture and you start to self-identify, everybody has something to say. They say, you know what, you think you all that. They say, you know what, you sold out. They say, you know what, you're changing. But when you are slumming, When you are on the bottom, when you are ashy as hell, it's mad love for you. So I ask you, do you have the heart and the cojones and the willpower to say, you know what? I want more from my life, and I'm not going to be associated by group lack. I'm not going to allow people to put that ideal on me, that we shit. Man, are you in the me business or the we business? Let me tell you something. Before you can be selfless, you have to be selfish. You heard what I said? Before you can be selfish, you have to be, before you can be selfless, you have to be selfish. I thought it was self-preservation was the first law of nature. Before you can ever say we, you have to say me. How are you associated yourself with group trauma and you ain't even right yet? You haven't even overcame not being hugged by your mother, not being hugged by your father. You haven't even addressed your needs and concerns, and you got the nerve, the unmitigated gall to try to worry about 20, 30, 40 million strangers talking about my people. No, you know what? That's coward shit. You know what's hard? To associate yourself as an individual and to stand tall with your own decision making, right? It's easy to say my block. You know why? Because it's a group with you. It's easy to say my hood. You know why? Because it's a group with you. It's easy to say, oh, my people this, my people that. You know what's hard? When you're wrong, to raise your hand and say, I messed up. Me. Not because of my mother, not because of my father, not because of my environment, not because of my baby mama, not because I'm oppressed. No, I made a wrong decision. And if you give me the opportunity, I will prove myself because I studied now and I learned from the errors that have happened in the past. Give me another shot and I'm going to bet on myself this time and double down. That's an excellent person. An excellent person does not, an excellent black man is not on the internet telling black women what to wear. That's not excellence, bro. 9 times out of 10, I guarantee you are behind on back child support. Facts. I guarantee you. There's a behavior associated with people that act like that. That's not excellence telling black women what to wear. If you a Hebrew Israelite, oh, you want to go at black women as if that's the root of your problem. Sis, how are you a queen? How are you the #1 entrepreneur in the world? How are you the most educated person in the world and the most oppressed person in the world? Pick one of those. So you're the most educated, the most oppressed, and you are doing the best in terms of entrepreneurship. I don't understand how that makes sense. Look, you got to pick one. Are you the most oppressed? Or are you the top entrepreneur and the most educated? And if you are educated, then your education should help your oppression. If not, then what the hell did you learn? If the things that you know cannot finesse your way or spin your way out the situation, then what the hell does your education mean? I was told the black man was the original man ever. Everything came from the black man. And I'm like, yo, that's weird to me. Because if you are the original man, then that means you are the cream of the crop and you are the maker of all things. All things comes from out your body. Then so-called white supremacists should be nothing. How do you tell me that white people are genetic recessive and they have a problem with the sun and they are genetically less than you, but they outthink you in all the shit? Finance, warfare, family dynamic, pedigree. I'm only saying, if you are excellent, then you are on top of this right here. Now, if you don't claim to be excellent, then I don't hold you to a certain standard. You understand? People throw out the word black excellence. So I want to examine it to find out how it works so we can break it apart and we can be excellent in our relationship, excellent in our finances, excellent in our health. You know what we're excellent at? Mama jokes. You know what we're excellent at? Roasting. That's what we do. We're excellent at name calling. Your mama's so fat that boom, boom, boom. If you don't get your Keith Murray looking ass at it, that's where our excellence lies. Games and play. But when it comes to competition, then all of a sudden we're not excellent no more. All of a sudden it's the foreigners could come to your community where you lived at every single day, even though they have town halls, you never went. Even though they have public libraries about housing, you never went. Even though you hustle, had money, you didn't even look into buying the stores. But when someone else comes over and they take advantage of being an American, you say that that's the issue. So the foreigners is the issue. Mexicans coming to the country is the issue. Black women kicking black men out of the house is the issue. Black women's colorism and hair things is the issue. Then white supremacy is the issue. School to prison pipeline is the issue. If this is an excellent group, is there any time that something happened to you and the people won? So everything the system throws at niggas find a way to lose everything. There's not no there's no dribble moves like, okay, yeah, I see the police coming, boop, not today. There's no, they about to gentrify the hood. No, we not. No type of offensive moves. Right? It's just defensive. Hey, they keep taking our lunch money. Hey, they keep bullying us. Hey, those devils. Hey, those cave beasts. Yo, you're losing. You understand? Losing. No matter what you say, you are losing. You know why you guys are focused on Kobe Bryant's wife? You know why? Because you don't want to focus on the success habits. Because that would require you to turn your TV off. Why you got cable? You excellent. You don't have time for that. You don't have time for that. You know how I know you got cable? Because when I scroll down my Facebook timeline, everything that's on TV, you're updating me about. I don't have to watch the BET Awards. You're going to tell me on your timeline. I don't have to watch the basketball game. You're going to tell me on your timeline. Oh, you're going to give the play-by-play. But you excellent, though. Look, if you are excellent, or you desire to be excellent, see, I don't care what you think about me because my confidence is on 1,000. My cup runneth over with love. So I don't care what you think. I'm only talking to one person. And if that one person says, you know what, that's the thing that I needed to hear to make my next move, I'm so cool with that. If I'm talking to the black woman that has children or is married or is young, whatever, looking for that confidence to know it's okay for her to walk away from the black trash. If I'm talking to her, I'm cool. If I'm talking to the black man that came home from jail and he just got caught up in BS and he's wondering should he pursue his visions and goals, and he does, that's a win for me. You understand? I don't like the group. I don't want to go with the group, right? I'm focused on the people that have excellence in them, but they never had an opportunity to display the excellence because they were surrounded by black mediocrity. And no one's going to say it because you guys are ruled by white liberals. White liberals come to you and talk about racism and stuff like, but they don't give you no money. They do give you money, but it's in the form of welfare. It's not in the form of business. It's not an opportunity for you to make paper. You know what they do? They do stuff, matter of fact, Frederick Douglass in his autobiography, which is ill to me, he said that he grew up with a slave, not the overseer, but one of his slave master's children. Okay, and the slave children grew up differently than the white children, but they grew up side by side. Now listen to this. Frederick Douglass was saying in his biography that it was okay for him to be dirty. It was okay for him to not have responsibilities. Frederick Douglass said it was okay for him to not be responsible. He didn't have to clean. He didn't have to bathe. He didn't have to do anything so-called civil. But the white children that he was growing up with, it was expected that they make their bed. It was expected of them that they study and read. It was expected of them that they be responsible. They talk a certain type of way. Do you know why? Because white liberals want to ease responsibility away from you, right? They want to take the responsibility away because they think You can't handle big things mentally. So they say, yo, let us run government. You guys just chill. Let us take that away from you, right? We don't want you to worry about real serious topics. You guys do games and play. So we'll fix the roads. We'll build the houses. We're worried about economics. We'll worry about education. We want to relieve you of all that. You see that mind fuck right there? Right? They want to relieve you of responsibility, not push you to responsibility. They want the government to help you with your marriage, help you with your children, help you with your finances, help you with your day-to-day. Once that happens, you no longer are a man and a woman. That comes from the welfare state. Now, there's a rumor that black men walked out. No. The truth is, those men didn't have the answers, so they walked out. They wasn't kicked out the house. They didn't know what to do with their family. Now, not all black men, but that's the truth. There's a documentary on YouTube with Milton Friedman and other economists at that time, and they're interviewing black people in the 60s, and the men walked out the home. They was not pushed out the home. They could not handle the pressure. Right? Because liberals came in and wanted to relieve you of pressure, fatherhood, husbandry, the day-to-day. And that's what they do now. They turn your damn brain off. So when someone like me comes and tells you something, the only thing you can think of is, you cool, you're agent, you this, that. Meanwhile, you'll listen to homeless leaders. Meanwhile, you'll listen to people with platforms for 10 years that haven't scaled, that get on live and look like they need a drink. They look like they're homeless, and they take your money and you don't see nothing back. You know what I'm saying? Those are your leaders. They tell you to, you know what, you're not qualified if you marry a black woman, and they're not married, and they're on child support. Those are your peoples though. You feel me? You know who they are. That's your folks. See, they come to you and they don't give you no tools of learning. What they tell you is, listen, black man, black woman, black child, it ain't your fault. You don't got to do anything. It's white supremacy. That's why your life is the way it is. As if someone told your mother and your father to mate the way they did. Go to your mom and dad and check them. No one told them to have all them kids. No one told you to have all them kids. You did it because you want to. But let me tell you what excellency is. You ready? Excellency is looking yourself in the mirror and saying, I am responsible for the way my life turns out. No matter what. If I win, it's because of me. If I lose, it's because of me. The decisions that I make today that affect me tomorrow, my life is in my hands. You start taking personal accountability for everything that's going on in your life. And you let the chips fall where they may. And I'm telling you, that'll feel way better. That'll feel way better than than you playing the blame game on something, because there's no power in that. You need new leaders. You need to listen to new people. And it ain't got to be me. Go find you somebody that puts fire under your ass. Go find you somebody that gives you a call to action to change your life. Go find you somebody that will hold you accountable and has an expectation of you, first of all. Being black is not an expectation, yo. There has to be some behavior that comes with that. You don't have value because you're black. That makes you feel good to say, oh, the sun and my melanin? Man, that's nothing but gestures, yo. That doesn't mean nothing. And you can't ride off that, and you can't live off that. You need more than that. When you die, you got life insurance. You got a pension. You spend more time old than you do young. What are you going to do with the rest of your life? Are your leaders and your speakers talking to you about that? Or are they talking to you about, they don't like black people in China? No. They don't like them. They don't like them. Your experience is your experience. If someone doesn't like them, that has nothing to do with you. They never even met you. In fact, when you show up, everybody likes you. In fact, when you show up, you get exactly what you want. In fact, you ain't lacking nothing. So don't let these lack ministers and lack pastors come preach fear to you, and they're triggering your pain body because they knew you grew up in a single parent home. They knew your mama was on drugs, and it doesn't take much to get that fire under you of victimhood. That shit is a science. That shit is a philosophy. And if you're going to be black and excellent, you want to separate yourself from the victims. You feel me? Now, One of the reasons why black women are outperforming black men in corporate America is because black women are playing the game. Now, I'm saying that to say because black men are sitting around in barbershops and in chat rooms like black women is the problem. Bruh, if you don't get off your ass, all them dudes you talking about with on the chat room talking about black women, why you ain't get their number? Why you guys not putting your heads together? Why you guys not coming up with some things that you guys can do? He might know how to make shirts. You might know how to make sneakers. He might know how to make pants. You guys got a store right there. You got your plaza right there. But when you're with other guys, what do you talk about? You talk about what the Most High is doing with the women. Man, that's some sucker shit. And I guarantee if I crack open your life and look on the day-to-day, I know that house is filthy. I know it. I know the inside of that car is filthy. Because that talk, it goes with a look. You feel me? How you do one thing is how you do everything. Now, I don't care what you think of me. Again, I'm talking to that one person that has excellence in them and they have not been away, they have not had the opportunity to shake away from the black trash, the black mediocrity. This is a culture that rides one person's coattail, right? Because LeBron is great, now nobody else got to be great. Because Kobe Bryant is great, now nobody else got to be great. Oh, and all the great black people, they just happen to sell their soul. Man, there's nothing, you know the highest form of selling your soul? Poverty. Because what does poverty make you do? Poverty makes you go against your integrity to get money. Poverty makes you do things that you say you would never have done. So while you're talking about celebrity selling your soul, you sell your soul every day. You go to a job that you don't like. How's that not selling your soul? You don't have the basic necessities. How is that not telling your soul? Your car got a donut on it and it's barely about to make it down the street. How is that not selling your soul? You got a baby by a person that you don't like. How is that not selling your soul? You in a marriage that you don't like, but you want to talk about Jay-Z and you want to talk about Beyonce. Let me tell you something. Yo, the greatest thing any teacher could give you is a mirror. Are your teachers passing out mirrors? No, they're not. They're telling you to be jealous of white people. Look at the white man, and the white man has this, and the white man has that, and the white man has... What if you are losing, and it's not because of racism? What if you are losing because you're trash? Now, the great thing about trash is you could tie the bag up and throw it away, right? And you could start fresh. I've been trashed before. I know exactly what that's like. I know what it's like fucking off all my money, tricking off, acting crazy, being dumb, not handling my business. And I could not blame nobody else but myself. There was no black community made me do that. Nothing. There was no white people there when I was making my decision. It was me and instant gratification. I wanted what I wanted at that time. And I did what I wanted to do to get it. And I paid the consequences. Me, not the community, not the babies, not none of that. It was all about me because I have a desire and a thirst to scale from subpar to mediocre, to good, to great, to excellence. Me. Now I'm talking to the person that is interested in that. Let me tell you something. It is your birthright to go further than your mother and father. It is your birthright to be bigger than your culture, to be bigger than your so-called race. It is your birthright. It is your birthright to go get more. Because one thing for sure, two things for certain. You gonna die, and I ain't never met no group casket. The reason why people are scared to turn we into me is because you need strong legs. And these niggas be in the gym and they skip leg day. So that's why they can't hold their own. They gotta say, the pyramids. Build a pyramid now. And if you can't build a pyramid, build a successful marriage. And if you can't build a successful marriage, be a successful father and a mother. And if you can't do that, if nothing else, police your behavior so you don't do dumbass shit to get yourself killed or locked up. You don't got to go outside and build no pyramid. Let's scale it down. What do you do when you wake up in the morning? What do you do when you go out? What did you think was the message today? You thought I was going to massage your melanin? You thought I was going to give you props and kudos for shit you don't deserve? Nah, it's time to step it up. Then Kobe Bryant just died. What was his mentality? Mamba mentality? So tap into that mentality. Don't focus on his wife. How he comes is his business. Only losers focus on who somebody is effing. As long as it ain't no child. You really care about that? That's how I know the culture is not excellent. So if all we're going to do is sing and dance, then, and nowhere else. You can't say, hey, you know what? I'm worried about you because you overweight. And we know that's not healthy. Oh, you're fat shaming me. All right. Well, cool. I can't say, yo, you know what, sis, bro, maybe you need to slow down. There's some shit out here. You might be sleeping with too many people right now. Oh, you're slut shaming me. How can you be excellent, a culture be excellent, and there's no codes and there's no discipline? You don't have a standard. So where's the black excellence when you don't have a standard? Justin Bieber can put on a shirt and do a move, and y'all say he's acting black. That's all you have to do is do a move and do. That's all you got to do to be black? Man, so what you got to do to be Jewish? Because they got the money. So what that look like? So that's what I'm saying. First of all, if you are excellent, you are hard to mimic. You know why anybody can talk about acting black? Because the price of it is cheap as hell. Anybody can do it. Miley Cyrus can put on a shirt. Miley Cyrus can make a song and do her hair a certain way, and she's acting black. You know why? Because the black shit is nothing but an image. It means absolutely, positively nothing. And you riding a wave that's a sinking ship. And if you smart, you better change ships. Because that ship is sinking. If Miley Cyrus or anybody could put on a shirt, do a move, and all of a sudden that's acting black, then black is trash. Because why is it so easy to mimic? You can't mimic greatness. You got to study for it. You got to train for it. You got to be disciplined for it. You got to sacrifice. For a person of another culture to act black, they don't have to sacrifice nothing. They don't have to give up anything. Why? Because the price that y'all put on blackness is absolute garbage. Straight up. And y'all been riding great people in the culture's way for so long that you ain't done nothing for yourself. And I don't care what you think about me. I care about what you go do when I turn this video off, because I know what I'm going to do, because I have a desire to do more. I have a desire to be more, and I'm not who I was 2 years ago. And I'm cool with that. I'm cool with my mistakes. I'm cool. Hey, I was doing what I was doing based off the information I know. You want to mess with me right now or not? If I owe you a sorry, I'm not going to be standing still. I'm going to be walking. I'm going to be moving. You're going to have to catch up with me to get that sorry from me. You feel me? All I'm saying is, for you out there, in all seriousness, it is okay for you to scale. It is okay for you to go to school and dominate. It is okay for you to start your business and make money. And you don't have to have survivor's guilt. Get full. And when you get full, if you decide to do philanthropy, go ahead. You have every right. You earned that. But you don't own nobody. You ain't asked to be here. And don't let the matrix or the system group you up with people that do not represent your common interests, goals, values, agenda, and mission statement. Hey, bad shit happens. If a cop smoke me, it is not black people. It is not look what they do to us. No, that's me. You're not finna take my story from me and ride my wave. Nah, that's how I'm going out. Let me go out my way. Don't talk about look what they do to us. And guess what? I damn sure ain't finna inherit that. Right? If you don't call me when you get that income tax money, do not call me when somebody smoke you. Only way we mourn together is if we celebrate together. That's how that goes. So, in closing, you got space, you got opportunity, and you got the most precious thing in the world, now. Now. And you are the owner of the most beautiful, abundant, valuable real estate on this planet, which is your mind. And your mind will take you anywhere you want to go, even poverty. So control your thoughts, get in front of it, and reverse engineer your ego to allow new information to come into your life, to allow new people to come into your life. Reverse engineer your ego to open up so you can be at the right place at the right time around the right people. The world doesn't even know that you exist. But if you think that you are the most oppressed person in the world, no one got shit for you but the gold medal in the oppression Olympics. Do not let these homeless leaders tell you that. Do not let them tell you to quit your job. Do not let them tell you to end your relationship. Do not tell them don't listen to them. Look at their results. And if their results don't match up with where you're trying to go, then you need to pivot and focus on some people that are doing some things that you want to do. All right? What is black excellence? Is it singing? Is it dancing? Is it yelling in the phone? Is it being petty? Is it black feminism? Is it Moorish science? Is it Nation of Islam? Is it Hebrew Israelite? Because if it's any of that, but you're oppressed too, then what the hell is all that for? If you're black feminist, but you're still the most oppressed black woman in the world, you need to give that shit up because it ain't working for you. If you're involved in the Nation of Islam and that teaching still had you talking about white supremacy, hey, you might need to pivot. Hey, if you are RPG and revolutionary but gangster, but that is not helping you pay your bills, you need to find something that helps you pay your bills first, and then you be a Cape Crusader later. All right? Whatever the thing that you're into, if it doesn't address your common needs, then you need to find something new, and it's okay to pivot. Trust me, we've all been there. You only know what you know. But it's time to do better, and the days of excuse making is over. All right? So are you black and excellent? Or are you just black? Ken Billy, you already know.